Now to some news you can use. Imagine having your own personal secretary to organise your life for a very low cost. Does this sound just a little bit too good to be true?
Sounds darned attractive to me. Well, in today's globalised world, you can hire your own PA in India. Here to tell us more is Today performance coach Andrew May. Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
You've got to explain to us how this works.
Yeah, I think this is a third-tier effect. First of all, it was big companies outsourcing call centres, account departments. Then it went to smaller businesses doing everything from a web page to graphic design to maybe even your BAS statement. Now people are hiring PAs from $30 to $150 a month in places like Hyderabad, where they've just gone Gilly and Andrew Simons, but also places like Bangalore. Call centres are springing up, and now they're offshoring everything from designing a wedding dress. You can get your kitchens designed, softball team logos. It's amazing what you can get done for a cheap price.
Well, what does it cost?
I think we've got a graphic on this as well. We had a look at the Wall Street Journal, and they did some research on this late last year. A softball team logo, $175. Putting together a wedding list, invites, $9. A personal website, $125. This used to cost thousands and thousands. Change of address card for a business, $225. A kitchen remodelling plan, now I'm not just going to say how good it was, but it was $250. And designing a backyard landscape, $350.
And so what's the form of communication that you have? Is it all email, or do you talk to the people on Skype or something to keep
Mainly
the cost
email,
down?
and also scanning information across. So if you're a technology dodo, you may be up for some problems here. So you need to have really good understanding of technology, mainly internet and scanning. It's all done over the web.
Andrew, do they have really good understanding of us? Like, we've all had the experience of trying to find out something about our bank statement or telephone, and we end up somewhere in an Indian call centre, and there's often a little bit of a communication problem. So how certain are you going to be that you're going to be happy with this?
3 or 5 years ago, I would have said, look, be a bit careful. I actually did this myself last year. I've got a small business. We've got 4 staff. We decided to get a web page for a new product we had overseas. We registered a template for $66 US, a template. Then we put up a source on elance.com. We had 43 bids the following day from countries as far as Lebanon, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Europe. We had 43 people wanting to quote on our web page. It ended up costing us under $280 US to get a fully functioning web page. Now, 4 years earlier, I'd done my own web page, or we outsourced it, $10,000, and the web page for under $300 US is actually better. It's more functional and has better applications. Now, it's not perfect, and you do have to go into this wary that it's not going to be 100%, but it is cheap, and especially for people with not a lot of money, busy people or small businesses, this is a really good option.
It could also be an opportunity for your credit card to get abused. I think a lot of people would feel a bit wary going to what would seem like an anonymous company.
I think if there's Wild Bill's crazy discount prices and he offers you cash, Lisa, I think I'd stay away from that.
Right.
A little tip on that, on credit card, look for a padlock on the bottom left-hand side of the web page, or in the domain, HTTP, then an S, then a colon. So the S in the domain, or the padlock down the bottom left, and it's got to be a closed padlock. That shows that it has been verified. It's a secure site.
OK, give us the news we can use.
News you can use. So here's the pros on outsourcing your life. Number 1 is it offers services at a fraction of the price, some of the examples we gave before. Number 2, you can go to sleep and watch Underbelly. How great was that last night? And your work is being completed while you snooze. Number 3, you can be treated like the mega rich, so you can have access to services that in the past only really rich people had. And 4, it frees up valuable time. We've done a lot of segments on how busy we are. We're rushing around.
Yeah.
This is a lot of the tasks that people may not have enough time for. But they're the pros.
There
are
some
cons.
cons.
There's always a flip side, isn't there? So the cons. Number 1, there still are some language and cultural differences. Number 2, cheaper is not always better. You're not going to get 100%, so just be wary. There may be a few defaults. 3, we mentioned possible credit issues, but look for the card. Don't pay cash on the web. And number 4, this is an aid, not a solution to disorganisation. I think what a lot of people have done on this is gone, I'm crazy, my life's all over the place. What I just need is a VA, a virtual assistant in Bangalore or Hyderabad. That's going to make everything different. It won't.
So if somebody's interested in accessing these services, what do they do?
I'll give a couple of web pages.
Okay.
There's one called getfriday.com. There's another one called asksunday.com. And if you go to the Today web page, there's a whole list on other services like guru.com, elance.com. What I'd love our viewers to do is just go there and have a look at these pages. Just be wary. This is going to really change the way we work and play in the next 5 years.
And Andrew, I guess some people are going to take the view this is a little bit exploitative of people on third world wages, or do you find that these people are well remunerated?
I thought you were going to ask something like that, and I thought how I'd answer this question. Like, as a small business, we outsource a lot of our services. I don't think I'd be able to employ 3 or 4 people if we didn't outsource some of these. So there's 2 arguments. Meaning if we did all this internally, we wouldn't make a profit, so you probably wouldn't be able to do as much as you can. Be wary, though, of companies that are doing this way too cheap, because that could be exploitation.
All right.
That's the moral dilemma of it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Get on and have a go. It's very interesting.
Okay. Thanks, Andrew.